Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to.
Over 20 years ago, when I got to know you, your name was simply Stella. Stella Din. But I noticed that you've incorporated Jacob into that. Why did you marry secretly, quietly, without inviting us, without telling us, and everything?
As I will not discuss my personal life. I didn't marry secretly. I'm sure that I sent you an invitation which you did not honor, and I will deal with you on that after. So move on to the next topic.
So how are you enjoying married life? Let me even ask that one.
Fantastic. I have the love and support of a wonderful man. I am still on this job because of the fact that he has made a lot of sacrifices and he understands. So on the days I'm supposed to be cooking and I'm chasing breaking news, he understands. He picks up the slack and takes the slack. So I really am very grateful. A lot of women in my position have found it very difficult to keep home and also be on top of their game in the office. But I'm fortunate to have a man who's not only exposed and enlightened, but understands that his wife is a broadcaster and understands the long hours. So thank God for his little mercies.
Would you have loved to marry earlier, or you just believe that God's time was the best?
Man proposes, God disposes.
So what would be your advice? To some other young ladies who have also been able to climb the success ladder, but maybe they're still trying or finding it difficult, to get into this marriage issue and stuff.
Well, marriage is a very personal thing, and I really cannot give advice. But you see, my experience and my own situation is probably different. If you speak to 100 women who are in my business, they will come up with different things. But this is what I would say to any woman who is a broadcaster. If you're in a serious relationship, carry him along. Let him understand that it entails long hours. Try and strike a work-life balance. And at the end of the day, if it comes down to a choice, you know what's important. If your job is more important than your marriage, that's your call. If your marriage is more important than your job, it is your call. But at the end of the day, it's very important to let your partner understand from the get-go that this is what he's going into. Of course, you know that when you're dating, it's a totally different ball game from when you get married. What your partner can basically accommodate when you're courting will not be the same thing as when you get married, because at the end of the day, you're courting, you're not married, but then now you are basically in his house as his wife, and there's certain expectations. It's a very it's a tricky, and it can be a difficult one, but I guess with constant discussions and compromise, you can achieve that balance.
Okay. Now, why did you settle for him? How was he able to sweep you off your feet? A lot of people had the impression back then that, Stella Din, very tough woman, this one, that one, even as you speak, some people see you as a very tough woman. So how was he able to get you to let down your guards and stuff? How did
Okay,
he sweep you off your feet?
I will give you his number. Let him tell you that.